Back again in the shop with some action. It's gloomy and it's cold out, so we're not doing a whole lot of racing right now, but we are in the preparation to do a lot of racing. For those of you guys that just keep bitching in the comment section, we're like, oh, you guys don't ever work on shit. Oh, you guys don't ever work on shit. That's all we do. All we do is work on stuff. We're working on trucks. We're working on trailers. We're putting beds on trucks. We're building race cars, building turbo kits, working on blowers, and then someone's like, please don't dare start a damn bolt with an impact. I don't give a damn or a shit. I'm gonna start a damn bolt with an impact every time, if it's in a blower or not. It's just how we do it around here. It's just how it happens. I will say, if you're skilled enough with a damn impact, you can start that thing with a damn 1-inch Milwaukee if you want to. You just gotta know what you're doing. So there you have it. There's a difference between me and you, and I'll tell you guys right now, for everyone that's just in the comment section talking smack, the difference between me and you is I'm out here doing it and you're at home watching it. So suck it. That was the polite way of me saying it. I could have, Mason, I could have just went in. I could have went in. I'm being polite today.
You know, you're being a little rough on them.
Am I being a little rough? Oh, I guess you guys are sensitive too. I'm going to be all butthurt. And you're like, oh, John, don't listen to the haters. Don't get butthurt. Listen, I don't give a damn or shit. We're just doing it all the time.
Yeah, no dams or shits.
Speaking of doing it, over here building an F-body, there was some slight miscalculations last night.
There was definitely some miscalculations. Therefore,
here. You take the camera. I'm gonna walk him through this because this has something to do with me a little bit.
Okay.
This rear end here was the first real connection I made with YouTube and getting into the motorsport stuff. I was working up at RPM Motorsports at the time. I was like, hey, I really love the Trans Ams. I want to build something badass. I'm gonna build a race car from scratch. This was the Salty Chicken build. This is like version 1, which it probably should have stayed version 1 in hindsight. So I ended up calling up... Huh?
You say virgin?
Version.
Version.
Yeah, it should have stayed version. It got molested and it was messed up. So, ended up talking to Strange, and this was like my first sponsorship deal that we had that I then had to buy myself out of a year or two later as I switched up from the S60 to the 9-inch. But working with Strange, they've been a blast. Still work with them. Amazing company, amazing people, badass products. So I got this thing here. I went on F-Body Empire and like all the F-Body pages, and I was like, hey, I'm getting this S60. Some people are like, oh, don't get the S60. Get a 9-inch, this and that. I was working for RPM Motorsports. We decided that the S60 was the move for what I was going to do. And Martin and the guys there are like, listen, you need to like narrow it like 3 inches total. I think it's 1.5 inches per side is what I think. I can't remember. This is 4 or 5 years ago. So I got this guy here, and this was like at the time I was gonna build like my dream build. So I got some single beadlock weld alphas for it, and they only make the weld alphas in the backspace in that size, the backspace of 3, 4, 5. And we put it on here. We actually had the rear end up under the car. It was the same width as the 8.8 that was in the boosted rooster, so I put the wheels on the boosted rooster and it looked badass as well. Ended up selling the wheels, sold this. It somehow ends up in Logan's hands now. This is like the exact rear end that I own.
The one.
This is the exact one. It's not just specced out. This is the one. Like, I put these bolts in here 4 years ago. This is the rear end. So Logan gets it and he's like, hey man, this is just like in passing. I'm like, working on something. I think I was putting the small block Ford oil pan on, and he's like, hey man, what's backspace into those wheels? And I'm like, man, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember, like maybe 5.5. I really thought it was 5.5 inch backspace. Little did I know, if I would have looked up on the Weld website, they don't make a 1/2 inch backspace in that wheel, so we would have known it's 5. Also, there was a Facebook Marketplace ad that had the backspace on there. Logan's like, no, I think it was 6.5. I think it was 6.5. Did he not say that? He was adamant that it was 6.5. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not going to claim to know. So the other night he calls me. He's like, hey, can you pick up these wheels? I'm like, yeah, I can. He actually sent Mason to pick up the wheels. Pick up the wheels, and comes back, and I look at him, and I'm just like, you know, the wheels that I had, I'm pretty sure they had a little bit more lip than that on it. I'm pretty sure they had a little bit more lip than that on it. So these are some double beadlock 6.5 inch backspace billet specialty wheels with tires that are in absolutely great condition. These are for sale. They don't fit. 5 inch backspace was needed. These are 6.5 inch backspace. If you guys are interested in these,
what would that fit? Like a Corvette?
I don't know exactly what they'd fit. They'd fit anything that requires a 6.5-inch backspace. They'd fit like a new edge if you have the flange, the axle flange that you can swap the bolt pattern from Chevrolet to Ford. These are Chevy bolt patterns, so this is 5x4 3/4. Double bead lock, Chevrolet bolt pattern, 6.5-inch backspace.
Excellent condition.
Great condition. Smoking deal. I think I posted them on Turbo Bullet to sell them for Logan for I think like $2,000, but if you hit me up, $1,800, you guys can get them.
That's $1,800. Don't beat us up on it.
Yeah, it's that's Logan doesn't even know. Logan's like selling for $2,000, and I'm selling them to you for $1,800, and I'm just gonna be like, Logan, they just beat me up on it.
Yeah.
For $200 off. But I mean, wheels and tires, you can't beat it. I think just the wheels alone are that, so you get free tires with
Yes,
them.
exactly.
So if you guys are interested in these, hit me up because Logan needs to order the correct set of wheels.
Or if you have a set of 5-inch backspace and you happen to want to trade, we're down for that.
5-inch backspace is needed. So, but it's really cool. All of this stuff is all the original stuff that I bought when I was going to build this car. At the time, I didn't have a clue. I probably would still order the S60 because that thing's just an absolute unit.
It is a unit.
And you can work on it without having to take the torque arm off.
Yeah.
Which I like. 40 spline gun drill axles, low profile brakes. I mean, it's badass. So Logan's getting all this stuff in here. So the car's going to be absolutely sick.
This car's going to be badass.
All right. So I did my talking. You talk to them about what you've done already.
What I've done already. All right. Well, let's go to the front first. That's where I started. This car came in. It was complete stock everything roller. The only thing they had taken out of it was a part of the wiring harness, which they just cut, and then the motor and trans. So I finished stripping the car, got everything out of it we wanted to get out of it. Factory column, K-member, rest of the wiring, any little brackets, all that stuff, it's gone. Logan bought a PA Racing K-member. I'm not sure who he got that from.
That was mine.
Was it yours?
Yeah, originally. I had the whole PA Racing deal, and then I switched it up, and then I ended up getting drop spindles and 3rd-gen brakes for it. And then I think he got the control arms.
So we got a really similar setup going on here. Let me
This build is very comparable to Hank. It's just like kind of like full bolt-on tubular everything that you can be tubular, and F-body, torque arm instead of that triangulated 4-link.
Does Hank have brakes and stuff?
What?
Does Hank have aftermarket brakes and stuff?
No, it doesn't. Sorry. Don't mean to disrespect your build, Logan. CATDOG's going to be one step above Hank.
And one step faster.
This is the smack talking has already begun. A bunch of nice stuff on here. A bunch of nice stuff.
That's good. That's hot enough. Yeah. So if we look in here, we got BMR lowers, BMR uppers.
Also, the BMR stuff, because this is going to be street driven a lot.
Yes.
Huge compared to like the PA Racing stuff. Not talking bad about the PA Racing stuff. I like the PA Racing stuff. I ordered it at the time.
It's very light.
But I will tell you this. The control arms compared to the BMR are much smaller.
Yes. So these are more for, street cars. They're a little heavier, but they're a lot
more robust.
Exactly. This is a Midwest chassis coilover kit. Super simple. Like dumb simple. Like you can't mess that up.
Yeah, it just turns into a double eyelet shock. I like that.
Exactly.
You got the T-bar at the bottom and then the eyelet up front with the adapter.
And then, look at that. The TRC
bump steer kit.
These were the factory spindles. I cleaned them up. They were all nasty and rusty. Put those back on, and then this is a full strange 3rd-gen kit. So no,
4th-gen.
Well, 4th-gen, but it's
the 3rd-gen
style.
The 3rd-gen deal is for the drop spindle. The racecraft drop spindle runs a 3rd-gen brakes.
Yeah, but these are a 3rd-gen style spindle, as in this hub bolts in, but it's not actually a hub. It converts it to a spindle, and then I can't show you without taking the wheel and the brakes off. And then it has an actual hub that bolts to that spindle, just like a 3rd-gen Camaro. And then obviously you can see the strange race brakes. I think these are the heavy-duty ones.
Yeah, no, they're badass.
But they're really nice. I went through everywhere underneath in the fenders. I cleaned out all of the body filler stuff, that gooey, nasty shit. I cleaned it all out, scraped it all out, ground everything down, prepped everything and painted it. I folded all the pinch welds and stuff over, made it look really nice, I think, anyway.
Look at MJS street cars, just street carring.
Yeah. It's all about the fit and finish, right? That's what makes a car that's like okay versus a car that's
the fine details, you know, they add up. It's the compound effect. Guys, I don't know if you guys have ever read the book, The Compound Effect. Google it, buy it, read it. Everything in life's a compound effect. So, I mean, I love this. You know, he's getting ahead of the curve early. Good job, Mason. Proud of you. This thing should be pretty light, too. I think it needs a Rock Solid Motorsports front end kit. Guys, over 500 likes. We're going to twist Logan. No, how many likes? 750 likes. 750 likes.
We don't have to twist these on.
All right, tube front end it. Tube front end it.
Just, you order it. Let me know what
Okay, all right, we're going to tube front end it. Look at that. What a great guy. Awesome. Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. I'm kind of trying to prioritize getting the motor set in here so that I can get the steering shaft done so that I can make this thing an actual roller and be able to steer it and move it around. It'd be really nice because I got other things that I have to do, so this is gonna have to come off the lift soon. This week.
Look at this guy. Booked up, starting the year strong. Hey, you got paid for that storm too? Money in the bank?
No.
Feeling good?
We're ahead. We're starting this year ahead. It's never happened before.
Tell the people about storm work.
Storm work?
February 4th, where they got to be?
Here, Ellis Nasty Rodeo.
Yeah. Get trained up. Are you going to be like one of the leads? You're going to teach people?
I can. I mean,
Mason's going to teach the spill kit class.
I never spilled.
I mean, it's fitting though. Like if they're like, hey, Mason had a spill, I would be like, all right, let's clean it up. I wouldn't be like, oh, who really?
Now, if y'all want to know how to suck fuel back out of
the wrong generator,
I can help you on that one. If you didn't know, you can reverse polarity on your pump and it becomes a suction pump.
Hell yeah.
So if you ever want to steal fuel out of people's trucks at night, you just
go to the truck stop, take your nozzle off,
and you just start pumping it around.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, no. February 4th, we're doing our training day rodeo here for Stormwork. Amazing side gig. It can turn into a full-time gig, I guess, if you're Mason or some people. But it's pretty badass. Good money-making opportunity. And we're doing it here at Ellis Nasty, February 4th, 9 a.m. First link in the description below will be the event page if you guys are interested in coming. Or if you are not local, you can send us an email, and either myself or David, more likely David, will get back with you.
Yeah.
All right, so what else on this guy?
All right. So where we're at now... I kept looking at the rear of this car, and the more I looked at it, the more I felt like I should just cut it out.
I 100% agree. In any fast race car you're going to be trailing around anywhere, cut the spare tire well out of it. Anytime you go to lay down to strap down the car, it is in the way. So if you get this out of here, it makes way more room. And then also what you can do is, like, we'll just sheet metal that straight back, and then it will be a flat trunk. And you really don't have to worry about it.
Well, because we're going to put the fuel cell back here, and this Camaros, they're hatchbacks. Mm-hmm. So we got to have supposed to have a firewall over the fuel cell. So
I never had that. I ran factory tank, now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, you know, if you go to an NHRA sanctioned track and they actually tech you have to have a firewall over your fuel cell. So this makes it really easy. We're going to put the fuel cell right down in here. We're getting rid of that heavy bumper support, and we'll make a new little bumper support, and it'll help hold these frame rails together to keep them deflection out of those. But then off of that, it'll be really easy to mount the fuel tank. He's got a very large fuel tank going in this thing.
Like a 15 gallon.
It's like 15 gallon or something like that. So we're going to put that big ass tank back here. And then, like I said, the lower we can get it, in my opinion, the better. I mean, I'm not saying he won't no prep race this thing, but it's not a no prep car.
It's going to be built just kind of do everything.
Yeah,
drive it on the street, take it to the track.
Exactly.
Have fun with it.
For how fast this car will be, I think it's like ideal to kind of set it up neutral. So
yeah.
Everything as far as, I think we're going to try to get the motor far back. We're going to try to keep the center of gravity low. We want the car to sit low. Just kind of do what we can with what we got without going too crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I think with the fuel cell, I think it'll sit like right in here, like exactly, which is kind of inconvenient because then all that access, all that room you gain to get to the rear end, you kind of lose. But it is what it is. Just
put some good tie downs on the rear end.
Yeah, 100%. I gotta weld the
roll bar
tabs on it, and then there's potential for adjustable shock brackets on there, maybe. I don't know. We talked about it. I don't know. We might end up doing that, and then, like I said, like John said, we're gonna add some good tabs on there for tying it down.
Yeah, I saw the K member has a spot to tie it down, but it's like in the most non-ideal spot ever. Yeah. Like, what on earth are you going to tie that down to? Like, you got everything is going to be in the way of it.
What we'll do for that is whenever we put the tube front end on, we'll add tabs on the front end. It'll be a lot easier. Yeah. I mean, the front end in all Camaros, they stick out really far. Yeah. So if you come in and you just add tabs somewhere up in here on the tubular front end, it's a lot easier to get to.
Build progress is looking great. I mean, for all you people that are like, oh, can you guys actually work on something? Like, you guys are just, well, you guys are probably just staring at your computer like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just gonna, what can we talk shit on next?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're like 2 days into this, like 2 actual work days into this, and I mean, like I said, it's gonna have to come out this week, but get it back in here, I think a week or two. And
what's your plan is by the time you have to get this off the lift, it's gonna be.
It'll be a roller. It'll be a
complete roller.
Complete roller. Won't have to take anything else back apart.
Oh yeah, making good progress. Yeah, making good progress. Awesome. All right. Well, we haven't even gotten the interior at all because.
You want to see that?
I mean, there's really nothing in there to see.
It's got a really decent cage in it. It just unfortunately has swing outs.
Yeah, we can always change the swing outs. It's got a whose rack or whose column is that? Is that Motion?
No, it's Midwest chassis.
Midwest chassis. Midwest chassis, very nice. Got the strange disconnect on it. Very nice. I mean, this is. You guys know I love F bodies. I'm not gonna say I'm jealous, but I mean,
you're kind of jealous.
It keeps getting nice. I might have to add this to my personal fleet. Who knows? What are you laughing at?
John come by you with a cash offer. You really question it, and you're like, yeah, get out of here.
I almost bought your car. I bet you wish you sold it to me.
I almost traded last week.
Who?
You.
Trade me for what?
A red Dodge.
Oh, David's out of his damn mind. None of my trucks are for sale.
No, it's not for sale. It's a trade.
No.
You get something and I get something.
No, you're out of your damn mind. The Rock Lobster will live on in your life and your ownership.
So this is the world's slowest lift. It doesn't help that this car literally weighs nothing.
Literally weighs nothing. So I guess dumb question here. I should know this as big of an F-body fan. Do they sell like subframe connectors for this?
I think it has subframe connectors.
Does it?
So it actually has the proper subframe connectors. I don't know who made this set of subframe connectors. I use in the third gens. I use the Detroit Speeds, and you can see them right there and right here.
Oh shit! It does.
See, they're through the floor.
Oh, those are the nice ones.
Yeah, these are proper subframe connectors.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
I don't know who sells those for 4th gens. I know.
I had a beefier version where it came through and like went across, and like it went down where the cage went. It all bolted to it. Yeah. I don't know who, but those are very nice. Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Every 3rd gen I've built, I've put these in it, something like this. Like I said, the different brand, I'm sure, but
David, they're gunning for Hank. What do you think?
It's gonna be a good race.
I mean,
who you like on the tree?
I'll tell you who I like. I'll tell you who I like driving.
Who?
I can't say. I can't do my boy like that.
No. I'm just trying to get you to throw him under the bus so he watches this and he just gets mad at you.
Okay, so I think it takes some seat time. Logan hasn't been in a car in a very long time.
Listen, we're going off the trailer, first pass ever. Don't you think that's fair, David?
Double O dog. I mean.
Double O dog.
God, this is a shame. I really ain't raced since like.
I know we need to add to the simulator corner.
I ain't raced in. Yeah, we need to add a practice tree in there. I ain't raced since Matt wrecked. That was the last time we actually raced, because we just went a couple testing tunes and then we got busy with Stormwork. So since Matt wrecked the Bad Apple, which is like 6 months ago, I haven't really made any competitive like racing passes against someone where I'm like trying to cut a tree or do any of that stuff. So I'm excited for this year for it to warm up and get racing. Just got off the phone with the guys over at Innovators West, and we got a balancer and 2 front belt drives coming, so the black sheep motor will be coming together. We should have them here Friday, so I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, have that motor in the car wrapped up, and then go into the dyno with Slick Rick. And I'm gonna get working on the Red Lobster tomorrow. I got some parts coming in for the LTD, so we're making some progress here left and right. So I'm excited about it. But there's your quick CATDOG update. We're gonna keep you guys up to date on this. I'm gonna give Steven over at Rock Solid Motorsports a call. Check him out for all your F-body stuff. He makes a bunch of really nice stuff. Parachute mounts, front tube end, whoa. Tubular front ends. I'm sorry, I almost lost my shit right there. Lose some weight, gain some room. I like them. Hank's got it. Logan's car is going to get it, so I'll get it with Steven. They make some of the nicest stuff. They make amazing fuel tanks, burn down tanks. Can we put a burn down tank in this thing, please?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. We're going to get one from Rock Solid Motorsports there. Check them out. Their link's always in the description below. And that's going to wrap it up for today. Just quick little update. I've been doing office admin work all day, which is no fun. So we're going to get back in the shop here tomorrow and start getting stuff knocked out.